everybody. Good afternoon to you. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. One moment. Booger is trying to get into the cabinet already. 1 second. Queen Booger is obsessed with cabinets. I just had to open the cabinet for her. So, how are you? How was your day? Well, I'm waking up today and I'm getting some stuff done. I noticed that Chantal did a live stream last night where she was essentially self-soothing with some pizza. The title of the live is called Pizza Party Live, Carb Haters Not Welcome. I wanted to do a reaction to that today and give my thoughts on everything. So before we begin the react and before I get to Twitter, let's talk about something that is a topic of discussion right now, namely Salah's private parts. That is a topic of discussion. So a picture of Salah's private parts has made their way around the community. And from what I hear, it has a very distinctive look. And it's not that big. Here are my thoughts on that. We as people, we're born with what we're born with. It's not like you put in order with God before birth and say, I would like these features to look like this and be this big. You're born with what you're born with. And you guys can see I've got small boobs. It's not like I have big boobs or anything like that. So like you're born with what you're born with. And if you're a man or a woman and your private parts look a certain way or are of a certain size, there's really not much you can do about it. Even men who are born with smaller private parts, sometimes that really doesn't matter. There's a crude saying, it's not the size of the marker, it's how you write your name. So there are men out there that have small parts or smaller parts that they get the job done just fine. You know, and their partners are completely happy and satisfied and everybody's got a smile on their face. You know, sometimes size does not matter. But here's the issue with Salah being of a smaller size. Fraudy herself has said that she, being a woman of a much bigger size, that she requires for a man to be of a bigger size in order to get the job done. She's a bigger size, and that's what she said, and I believe her. So because she's of a bigger size, a man has to be average or maybe bigger than average in order for intimacy to happen and be successful. So if Salah is of a smaller size and if Fraudy is at a bigger size, it's just not going to work. Too small of a peg going in a big hole, I guess. I mean, I hate to be crude, y'all, but I'm just trying to talk about this in a polite manner, not be too crude or rude or lewd about it. But Chantal, if he is of a smaller size, what that means, ma'am, is that you did everything you did to get to Kuwait, to be with Salah. You saw him, maybe appearance-wise, he fit your aesthetic. You were looking for a certain look, and he fit that look. Maybe you did not consider the other factors that will come into play later, or you wanted to come into play later, and it led to a lot of unhappiness. It would mean that you went to Kuwait and you spent well over $9,000 to be with this man just to arrive at a place and be in Kuwait for 2 years and be totally unhappy for that 2 years because all of your needs were not getting met. And that's led to a lot of frustration, a lot of sadness, a lot of depression, a lot of anger that didn't have to be there. You set yourself up for that. Also, Chantal, since you came up with this whole ridiculous arc about the two of you are supposedly married, if there is a picture floating around out there, I'm sure somebody has sent it to you. If you are actually a wife to a man, then you would know if the picture is of his private parts or not. Because how can you be married and not know that? How can you not know what your partner's private parts look like? I mean, I was married twice. I knew what my husband's parts look like. And as I understand it, Salah's parts are very distinctive. There are some identifying things with his part that go beyond just the size of it. So if you're a wife and there are pictures floating around out there with his member in full view, you would know in a heartbeat if those pictures were real or if they were fabricated. Yeah, so I think that she knows that the picture or pictures being circulated are of his member, that even if they are not intimate, I mean, within seconds, you would just say, hey, can I see? To see if the pictures are real or not. I think she perhaps knows that they're real. And that's why she did a lot of the self-soothing in the Pizza Live, essentially eating her feelings, eating her frustration, eating her sadness, eating her anger, and just trying to stay quiet and keep her calm. And just put on the appearance that nothing is wrong. The whole thing is a lie. You guys are just making stuff up. I think she knows truth, and she knows that we know it too. And she's just seething in her anger. Absolutely seething. So there's a lot of stuff on Twitter. We're going to go over that. Also get into the Pizza Live. I'm cutting out the portion where she's eating the majority of the pizza. I don't want to see her eating. I know you guys don't want to see it. So we're just going to try and skip that part to the best of my ability. I'm just not into the eating. And for the record, she just posted another freaking mukbang. I'm not going over that. Just not doing it. She also made some community posts as well, which are also very telling. Hi, Booger. Hi, baby. Queen Booger is here. Booger. Hi, baby. Queen Booger was on my lap yesterday, just sitting on my lap like she was just loafing about. What are you doing? And she's loafing right now. Say hi to everybody, Booger. Hi, baby. There she is. So I guess she's going to join me in this react and loaf on my lap while I react to everything. And that's just how we're going to do it. So let me just go ahead and share the screen. I've already got everything all pulled up and ready. All right. So let me just make sure that the screen is sharing. Yes, it is. All right. So for those of you that happen to be on Twitter and you would like to join me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. All right. This is something of a serious nature. Before we get into this post, this is something of a serious nature. No joking around here. I put this on my feed because I wanted to address it properly. And this is courtesy of Fondue Pondu. So Fondue Pondu, this has to do with one of Chantal's subscribers and viewers. Fondue Pondu says, hashtag foodie beauty. Yikes, living Laura. I would feel like crap if I paid monthly to a creator who did the opposite of everything the chat asked for. Then they laughed at your traumas when you dumped them in chat. So I'm not here to shame living Laura or what's going on with her. I'm doing this, showing this as a talking point because it does need to be discussed, I think. So here's some of the screenshot. And you guys probably can't read it because the type is very, very small. Let me read it for you. Living Laura says, I don't want to DIE, but I don't know how to live with this pain. I want to get better, but no one seems to be able to help me. I'm so stubborn, and my problem started at 9. I'm 34. The post before that says, I'm just struggling with wanting to be here. I have a bad ED, and I've been in the hospital so many times this year so far. So, Living Laura, I can see from your name that you are a VIB. Your name is in green. I'm sorry that you have the issues with food that you do and you've been struggling with it for so long. My question for you, ma'am, as someone that I've had the same struggle. I'm on the recovery side of it, but you're not. If you're going through this, and you are, it seems like you are, and you are crying out for help, does it make sense to watch Chantal, to get into her chat, to watch her basically monetizing her issue and treat it the way she does? Is that good for your physical, emotional, and mental health? Because I don't think so. I really don't think so. I get that you want to be part of something and you want to go into a chat and just chat with people. But if the content creator that you're watching, if they have an issue with food that is untreated, they're monetizing it, they're doing the exact opposite of what they need to do. Is this someone that you should be watching and giving your money to? I don't think so. I don't know you, Living Laura. Yes, you're a VIB, but to be human for just a moment, to show my humanity, I'm telling you, I think it would be best if you pull away from Foodie and really seek out the help that you need. Watching Chantal is not going to help you. It's not going to help you. You've been struggling for years for what you're saying. You need to seek out the proper people to help you and stay away from people and things that might trigger you. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but you with an ED watching somebody who is monetizing their problem is not beneficial to you. And if you're suffering, you got to take care of you first. Don't worry about Chantal. She's not worried about herself. She's not taking care of herself. Stay away from people, places, situations, conversations, whatever, that would make you worse. And I'm saying that not as a reactor, but as a person, as someone that I've been on that side of the fence with an ED. It sucks. It's a horrible inner battle. And trust me, it's one that you can't fight alone, especially if it's been going on for years. You need to seek out proper support and help and get it and heal yourself. Chantal's a whole nother issue, but she's not in your life. Take care of you. Take care of you. Watching her is not taking care of you. It's not. This, like, you got to take care of you. Don't be focused on being part of a group. Focus on taking care of you. All right. So that's why I wanted to bring that up. It's not to shame Living Laura for her problem. It was just as someone that I've been on that ED, not in recovery side of the fence. Now I'm on the recovery side, seeing this comment. I was like, please heal yourself and fix yourself. Don't be around people and things that can trigger you and just keep the problem ongoing. All right, so that was on a serious note. Let's go on to Chantal. Fondue Pondu says, this is Chantal's community post. Fondue Pondu says, you couldn't identify it if it was his. So what are you talking about? You really think that was his first time doing this? How he knows about vanishing messaging then? I get it. He lets you have B moments and stuff to cope. You let him cheat after throwing you your slop trowel. It's a business arrangement. It's an employer and employee. They are around each other for different reasons. It's not a relationship. It's a situationship. I feel this is how the situation is. Chantal was in Canada. She got herself tremendously in debt again, got another bankruptcy again to the tune of several $1,000s. I've heard it's like 50 grand, 60 grand. She thought she could get that excused. It was not excused. She still owes it. But rather than be smart and stay in Canada and then just work it out, she decided to run all the way to Kuwait to escape it, to get away from it. She was more focused on keeping her problem with food going and spending all the money on that. So a business deal of some sort, maybe a verbal contract, was agreed upon between her and Salah, that if she went to Kuwait and she stayed in Kuwait, she would pay all the bills, she would pay all the rent, she would give him some money, uh, keep getting the tourist visas, and all would be well. And the bonuses for him were supposed to be he gets a paycheck, he gets a bump up in promotion for his gaming channel, for the couples channel. Those two things got put on the sidelines because of all the scandal that happened. But it's always been about her escaping the mess that she made for herself in Canada. And also, I think in part, to live out some kind of fantasy life in Kuwait. Like, I'm sure that before she officially moved to Kuwait, that she had this whole big fantasy Delulu picture in her head of what life would be like in Kuwait. That she would be with this attractive younger guy and life was going to be great. And it didn't quite turn out that way. But she put herself in too tight of a corner that she can't get out of, due to the fact that she did not give herself an out if things got too miserable. She just kept getting further and further in the hole by her choice. And due to the fact that she's got a extremely large ego, a narcissistic ego, she will never admit when she's wrong. She will never admit when she's made a mistake or a bad decision. She's always going to put on this mask of everything's fine, everything's great, my life is so much better than yours, and she will never take the mask off. Could she go home to Canada and start again? Yeah. It's going to be rough. Given her income and her food problem, it's going to be really rough. She knows that. She knows that her options are few, and she doesn't want to catch crap from Girl World more than what she already has. She doesn't want to go back to Canada and live in a motel room for a couple of months. She could do that. That is an option. She doesn't want to hear it from Girl World. She doesn't want to admit that we were right. She wants to be in the right, no matter how much it costs her, no matter how sick it makes her. She will never admit that she's wrong. So here's the community post. Foodie Beauty says, I'm only going to address this one time and then go about my life. But for those messaging me, asking me about pictures being passed around, my answer is this. A picture without a face is just a picture, isn't it? Those could be of a random dude, who knows? I am only beezing in my content. I have no desire to drink cold, stale tea. See ya. You're right, Chantal. I've heard the picture that is out there, it's not of his face, but it doesn't have to be of his face. If you are a wife and you have a husband and the two of you are allegedly intimate, and if his private parts have a very distinctive look, you would know in a heartbeat if the picture or pictures being passed around are his private parts. You would just know that. You would know that. I think you do know that. Or maybe you're mad because you haven't seen it. But if you are a true wife with your husband, you know what his junk looks like. You're in denial. You are absolutely in denial. You're trying to create some plausible doubt here, and it's not going to work. She could have put that in the post. Like, I've seen my husband's private parts, and that's not him. But she didn't say that. She did not say that. Okay, something positive from Psych Wizard saying, this is great. Y'all listen to this. Fall in love with your life. Wake up early. Buy your favorite coffee. Go for walks. Eat good food. Wear what makes you confident and listen to your favorite music. Purposely create these small moments that will make you fall in love with your life. I love that. I love that. Fall in love not just with life, but your life. Make it so happy and so joyful that you're just like, I love being me and I love my life. I think that's great advice. Okay, now this is inspirational. And that's why I'm including it. I'm inspired by this man. I am absolutely inspired. Science Girl says greatness. This is wheelchair athlete Aaron Forthingham, born with spina bifida, but he does not let that stop him. There are no limitations, never give up. And look at the trick or the stunt that he performed. It's just, wow. Wow. The courage and the skill that it takes to do that. Amazing, sir. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. It's just that it's mind-blowing. Like, wow. And this is courtesy of Nitro Circus. What do you say to something like this except wow? Well done, sir. Well done. Another great saying from Ramblings: if you seek peace, be still. If you seek wisdom, be silent. If you seek love, be yourself. And that is courtesy of Becca Lee. I'm going to have to remember that. Okay, so let's talk about the community post that Chantal posted. Acadia Strong says, replying to Chantal roommate, that Photoshop Victorian collar is hilarious. And she still had her nose piercing then too. Wow, girl world. You guys catch everything. Doggone it. This is why Chantal hates girl world. We notice the small things that she forgets about. Chantal, did you forget that when you first came to Kuwait, you had your nose ring in and then you took it out? It's the little things that matter. The devil is in the details. So so there's a Victorian collar. And I was kind of scratching my head too. I looked at the picture and I'm like, I've never seen her wear a top with a Victorian collar. Where did that come from? I've never seen her wear a top or a blouse or a dress with a Victorian collar. When did this show up? Did I miss that picture? So there's the collar that she photoshopped in. You could even tell that it was photoshopped in. Look up here. Look at her bad editing job. Look at that. Yeah, and then look around here at her chin. It doesn't look natural. It looks so photoshopped, so edited. Chantal, your editing skills suck, but I'm glad they suck. So there's the collar that she put on herself. Sloppy, Chantal, sloppy. Crazy. Oh, Gabby says this has to be an old picture. She has her nose ring. Are you reminiscing on your old pictures, Chantal? So let me just look at the picture again. Yeah, you could see right here. See where my pointer is? I'll move my pointer around a bit. Right here on this one side, furthest away from the camera view, she's still got her nose ring in. And it's been a while since she's had it in. So you forgot that part, Foodie. You forgot it. You absolutely forgot it. And hold on a minute. Wait a second. I'm spotting something else. Looking at this picture. Y'all look at the collar. Tell me what doesn't look right. So Salah sitting next to her and his hairline is looking all kinds of whack. Let's look at Chantal. Do you see that collar? Now, if that collar were on for real, like it was part of a dress or a blouse, wouldn't the pendant part be faced away from her face? Like it's all the way over here, like facing the camera. If that were part of a dress, why would it be like facing the camera? It does look photoshopped in. It don't even look like it's part of the hijab. Or I'm sorry, the abaya. If she's wearing an abaya is not going to have a Victorian collar. It's not looking right, Chantal. See, look, if you're trying to fool girl world, you got to look at all the details. You know that we're detectives over here, ma'am. You want to fool us. You want to lie to us. You want to get away with it. You got to do your homework. Okay, things to do. Look at this beautiful place, the Benagil Caves in Portugal. Oh, stunning. I don't think I'd ever leave. I love caves. They're so magical by themselves. And this cave is on a beach. Let me get on the next plane and get there. Judge Judy says, my boo, some of y'all need this more than others. Never forget you matter and people care about you. Never quit. So here's something positive, just as a reminder. If you effed up today, that's okay. You're still smart and good and people still love you. If you're in a dark place today, that's okay. Even if you feel like you can't get out of bed and all you can do is breathe, that's okay. You breathe, take the time you need, and we'll be here when you're ready. Every day is a battle. On some, you demolish whatever's ahead of you. On others, you just have to hang on for dear life. Either way, you're a warrior. Don't forget it. I love that. Thank you for posting that, Judge Judy. Here's something cute from Shaky Bird. A baby flamingo learning to paddle the water. Aw, what a little cutie. He's learning at what to do. So sweet. This is funny from Dalbo Dog. He looks so proud of himself. The sign says 3 hours after Dad hung the new screen door. I came through it like the Kool-Aid man. Puppy, what'd you do that for? That's okay. I'm sure it was an easy fix. It's a screen door, for goodness sake. But that is funny. And the dog is like, yeah, I did it. Decisions were made and not regretted. Okay. Fairy Nymph says, someone on Reddit discovered this. She literally copy-pasted this gothic Victorian collar from a 2014 Deviant Art post. I guess that's one way to get rid of the chins. Yeah, always hiding the chins versus fixing the problem so she doesn't have the chins. All right, so this is from, it looks like the Kiwi Farmers, Julie and Seen It All. So their post is, remember when Chantal had relations with a dude she said had a small member? They went on a rant about how she needs a big member by necessity because a small member can't even penetrate her. So for those who claim she never gets her karma, not only does Salah not want to have relations with her, Salah can't have sex with her. And she's most likely been giving the most uncomfortable lip service for 2 years. You paid $9,000 for that, Chantal. I love that for you. Okay, what else we got here? Let's see. Okay, and yeah, this is the picture that she posted of her being photoshopped. This is closer to the reality. It's not 100% reality. And thank you, Florida Salt and Sass, for posting the picture, the screenshot. This isn't 100% reality. She's still got filters on. She has still got the skin smoothing filter on. I'm clocking that right now. But that's closer to reality than any of her Photoshop pictures. All right. And this is the clip that everybody's talking about. I can't really play it because she's dropping the F-bombs. But this is the clip that was done long ago, courtesy of DX, where she's talking about being a woman of a bigger size. And because she's of a bigger size, it's a necessity that a man, private parts, they have to be bigger so that she feels something. So why'd you go to Kuwait again? Oh, that's right, because you're broke. All right. Let's see. Julie says, no doubt Chantal freaked out and raged over the picture before going live. This is all an act. Look how puffy her face and eyes are from screaming and crying. Well, it could be from that. It could also be because, oh my goodness, Sansa Cook did a video recently that I was watching The House of Hannibal, great channel, and he played Sansa Cook's latest breakdown of Chantal's macros. Chantal's eating a tremendous, ridiculous amount of sodium. I mean, her bloodstream is practically the salt sea. That can contribute to the puffiness in the face and the body, retaining fluid. That could be it too. Like she loves her salt. She loves her sugar. Mo Translate says the denial is strong with this one. Chantal hasn't changed one bit. The reason she's calm addressing Salah's picture is because she's eating pizza, so lots of carbs, and that's her happy place. Yeah, carbs are calming her down. She has confessed she's an emotional eater. I believe that. Like, she eats her feelings, and when she's upset, when she's mad, that will trigger you to eat even more. So just trying to keep her calm and put on a brave face. And to do that, she's got to keep her mouth full of food. And this is a gross moment, y'all. Sorry. This happened during her live. Kelly said, Foodie, you're a disgusting human being. I would never go or eat at this person's house because she's gross. So what happened here? She cleaned the table with her saliva. Watch.
But
look, there she goes. So she's putting her spit on a napkin or a tissue, and she's going to wipe the table with that. And there's a kitchen. There's a sink in the house. You can walk in the kitchen and get a washcloth or a paper towel or something, wet it down and wipe off your table, and you're going to clean the table with your own germs? That's nasty. Look, there she goes.
I'm having trouble not wearing makeup, so.
Student Tattooed says, don't clean the table with your spit, girl.
Oops. I forgot people were watching me.
No, I don't think you forgot. I think you just don't care. You're just feral like that, Foodie.
Just a little bit. I don't have any cleaner around.
Water wouldn't do the job? Are there no washcloths in the house? No toilet paper, nothing? You can just put some water on it and clean it that way? That's just nasty. That's just when you think she can't get any more feral and disgusting, she amazes us each and every time. All right, so that's it for the catch up on Twitter. Let's get into the live stream. We're probably going to be jumping around a lot. If she gets boring, starts talking about food, starts dragging along, I'm not here for it. By the way, about Amberlynn Reed, I do find it interesting that Amber was going ham, going live and posting stuff every day, and it's been quiet for a few days. Could that mean that she's done? She's got nothing else? Could it mean that Tommy is moving in? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I just think it's interesting that she's gone completely quiet after just going hard for a few days and making all those super chats. So, all right. Back to Foodie. I'm going to put her on and see what she has to say. Not really expecting anything exciting from her, but say what you got to say, Foodie.
Make some salad for... The cars get sandy. That's why we have a car cleaner.
A car cleaner? Is that like a little vacuum shop vac type situation? Or someone that cleans the car? Good God, the soda.
I clean off the car every day. All right.
If they have someone clean out the car for them every day, like how dirty does it get? I mean, you can't clean off your own car. It's not that big.
Yes, I'm still hungry, but...
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a minute? I'm getting a sense of deja vu again. I remember when Chantal lived in Canada. Crackhead Olympics. Chantal has a tremendous problem with food. And when she was in Canada, she would do the, the white party powder to give herself energy, to keep herself up for all hours and not go to bed. That is how she lost a little bit of weight. But due to the fact that when she wanted to come down, after being up, when she wanted to sleep, she would take ridiculous amounts of edibles. We're talking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 milligrams at a time. And she kept building up her tolerance to that stuff. progressing all the way to where she would need the wheelchair edibles because her tolerance was so high. And what the edibles would do was supercharge her issue with food. Like she would literally eat for hours and hours and hours. And she gained a lot of weight. She did. I mean, the feedy people loved it. They were getting what they wanted with no issue. And now here we are, like years later in Kuwait. Chantal still has her issue with food unchecked. And high blood sugar will make you more hungry. And taking insulin will also make you more hungry. Like she's always saying on live, I'm always hungry, I'm always hungry, I'm always hungry. Is she doing that to make the feedy people in the audience happy? Yes. But do I believe her that she's more hungry due to the high blood sugar and the insulin? Yeah, I believe that's going on too. So that Godzilla food issue inside of her head is just, it's a monster that just keeps growing. It's not starving at all.
No, I'm not hungry.
Lies.
It's all in my head. I had enough to eat. Plus I ate fast, but that
And what is going on with her eyes these days? Is that something related to diabetes? Because I noticed that she keeps like, like wiping at her eyes, like they keep watering up. Is that something related to diabetes?
The ranch and crazy dip, still have some left over. Not enough to worry about it. They give you that's okay. The dip sauce at Little Caesars, they give you
I don't care about the food. Can we move on from the food?
lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't feel like going swimming. I want a camel. I need to hug a camel. I need to.
Shocker. Chantal was saying in the live chat last night, oh, me and Salah in the morning, we're going to go hang out with the camels. Again? Why are you going again? We've already seen the camels at least a couple of times. Is there nothing else in Kuwait to do besides go to the zoos and go to the camels and find abandoned places? Is there nothing else this woman can do? How many times is she going to go visit those camels? Those camels don't like her. Every time she goes, something happens. They spit on her. They kick at her. She nearly gets bit. But shocker, though, she didn't make it. Why? Because she and Salah were up till like 3 or 4 in the morning. So if you're up till 3 or 4 in the morning, what's going to happen, y'all? When you crash, you're going to get up late. That's exactly what happened here.
It's been a while. I haven't hugged a camel in a little while.
They don't want to hug you. It's a wild animal. You're not the owner. They don't know you. They don't want you to hug them. Stay away from the camels.
I'm in the Middle East. I need to hug a camel. Okay.
No, you don't. You can easily leave the animals in Kuwait alone, including the cats. Stay away from the cats. You don't even take care of the cat in your house. It's your responsibility. Stay away from the doggone camels. They don't need you around. You can't graze with them.
Okay. This is garbage. So this will go in the garbage. We need to clean up after ourselves after the fact. Can you just stay live? Yeah, I'm going to stay live during the camel bees. Ew.
Why is she sniffing her fingers?
Pizza moisture.
Wash your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's already started. Oh, my goodness. It's already started. Like, look, this is YouTube. Word gets around everywhere, whether it's the reactor side or the non-reactor side. Look at the comment on chat. Peter Cottontail says, I'm sorry you're lacking in the meat department, Salah. I'm sure Allah has blessed you in other ways. Oh, my.
Kiki, it's expensive. I paid.
And like I said, we're all born with what we're born with. It's not like you can place an order with God before your birth to specify what parts you want and what size. It is what it is. And you can be a man of a smaller size and perfectly satisfy a woman. You can. But Salah, it would seem, is not satisfying her. If she were well satisfied, no matter what the size was, she'd be a happier person and she wouldn't be self-soothing so much with the food.
What did I share? What did I pay? Share. What did I pay? I paid $160 for a 10 years passport, Canadian passport. So it's good for a long time. I don't got to worry. I don't have to worry about that. Carbs are delightful. Yeah, I don't care if you hate carbs. You can be here. I was just joking on my thing. So this was on sale. I'm super excited about my fabric softener. I don't know why I love fabric softener. I have a spray of fabric softener with water. And so I use a lot of fabric softener. And I went through like 3 liters in no time. So this is 4 liters.
Foodie, why'd you go through that much? That's a big bottle. I mean, I'm not Laundry Laura over here, but even I know that when it comes to fabric softener, you don't need a whole lot. Because if you use too much, it leaves like a waxy film on your clothes. You less is more. Less is definitely more.
Oh, it's the smell.
I will agree with Foodie. I love nice smelling things. I like for my clothes to smell good. It's an added bonus. Like when your laundry detergent smells wonderful, when your fabric softener smells wonderful, and you pull the clothes out of the dryer to just, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But you know what would make the clothes smell better, Foodie? Putting them on a clean body. I'm telling you, you're missing out. You're missing out by not taking a shower and getting in there and bathing yourself and using some nice smelling soap. You get out of the shower or the bath and you just feel squeaky clean. You feel brand new. Putting clean clothes on a dirty body is just ew, you know?
Oh, it smells so fresh and clean. Maybe I'm developing cleaning OCD a little bit.
Yeah, okay. You say that and then you clean your table with your spit.
That happens, you know. Okay, so a little grocery haul. No, I'm kidding. I already showed you.
And I don't like the fact that she's claiming to have OCD, because that's a real thing with some people. OCD is a real thing. Like, stop claiming to have things or possibly have things that you don't have, Foodie.
We gotta put these away, guys. Let's go.
If you had the cleaning OCD, your house would probably be a lot cleaner. But you don't have OCD, so stop saying you have it or claiming to have it. I don't know if you're trying to connect with people in your audience that might have OCD, but don't make a joke about that.
And make tea or coffee. It's ginormous, I know. Is that so you don't have to wash your clothes? No,
Okay, so Sophia Marie says, random metformin question. This is my second week on 850 milligrams of metformin a day for hormonal acne. Does it give anyone headaches? Wondering if that might be the cause of my headache today. Sophia, why don't you call your doctor? Call your physician. Call your doctor. That's the person that you should be talking to, not people in the chat. That would be the smartest person to call and ask them the question, or call the doctor's office and ask what's going on. That way they can advise you correctly.
I still have to wash my clothes. Sophia. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, because if you're having headaches, that might be something else. You might want to go get checked just to make sure it's nothing serious.
Sophia, you can get headaches as a side effect.
Don't listen to Foodie. She's not your doctor and you're not her patient. Look at her. She can even take care of herself. Why would anybody go for advice about, oh, this is what it is, so just carry on, go get checked?
But I had more gastro problems. If your headaches don't go away, I would go see a doctor about it.
I would go see them now, just in case.
I need to put eyeliner here, but it keeps watering off. My lungs. I always cough after I eat. Always. I always did. I use chicken stock in my laundry. Juicy lungs. Hi, Dark Mystico from Mexico. Hello. Hi, Teardrop. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. When are we travel beezing? It's not going to be for a little while yet, actually, but still, it's, you know.
You know, I'm still amazed at the Beezers. They're just that stupid and trusting a Chantal. Because how much common sense do you need to figure out she's never going to travel? It's never going to happen. If she doesn't have to do it, she's not going to do it. She's not in good health, first of all. So travel for her would be very risky. Secondly, if she does travel, it's probably going to be by airplane. And the fact that she is at the size that she is, that means she's going to need to buy 2 seats, which is very expensive. And if Salah goes with her, add in another $600, $700, maybe $1,000 for his seat. She's not going to spend all that money. She's going to squat in Kuwait for as long as she's able to.
Lungs are beezing. Hi, Sam G. Orange juice. Hello, Bali. Hola, Mexicano amigo. It's a sticker, the necklace on my community tab pic, because my neck was showing. A no-face cosplay? Yeah. I could probably do the makeup, actually. Do we have Amazon Prime? No. We don't have Amazon, which is probably a good thing for me since we might have another box mountain if that's the case.
Yeah, that's true. She ain't lying. If she was able to get Amazon, Salah would come back to the apartment and there'd be box mountains everywhere. Anybody that was present during the Crackhead Olympics, if you know, you know. We're talking empty Amazon boxes, not broken down, stacked in different areas all over the house, upstairs and downstairs, from floor to ceiling. And Pete's was there in the house. He could have broken them down. He never did. As it got to the point where Fraudy actually paid like $500 for someone to break down all the freaking boxes.
It's my editor app, Strawberries.
Yeah, you suck at editing.
I typed in scarf to put, I was going to put a scarf, but it looks stupid. So there was that one thing I just put it. It's like an old Victorian necklace or something. Why can't I put lashes on properly? Joanna, it starts getting cooler. Most comfortable, probably the end of September, right, babe? Beezer scented fabric softener. They have vanilla, but hey, Pure Bees. Baby doll. You're stuck in medieval times, Emily. Hi, Amani.
Oh, God. Look at Salah in the chat. Babe, are you full? Or you wanted one more piece of pizza? Now, I've had people get in my comments, and they said that they believe that Salah is a feedy person. I can understand why you would think that. Because it comments like this. You're like, you must be a feedy person. I stand on my opinion. You're free to have your opinion. I don't think he is. Simply because if he were a feedy person, he would be very eager and happy to feed Chantal. Like, he would be excited about it. if that was his fetish. He would like doing it, and he would not fight her every time she wanted food. But over the course of the 2 years, whenever she said, I want more food, he has resisted it. And he's like, no. He's not into the whole food thing. I think if he's asking her about, do you want more pizza? It has more to do with, I know how she gets if she doesn't get enough, that if she's not full, she's going to throw a temper tantrum, and I'm going to have to run back out and get her like 4 more pizzas. So this is him asking, are you full? Like, do I have to go out and get more food? I need to know now. Do I have to get more food so that your stomach stays all the way stretched out and I don't have to hear it? It's a thing to pacify her more so than it's his fetish and it's his interest. So I believe he's not a feedie. It doesn't excite him. It doesn't arouse him. It's not his fetish per se. He's just like, I'm dealing with this overgrown 40-year-old toddler that she has to get her way, or anybody that's within 5 feet of her is going to hear about it. So he's just like, do you want more pizza? Do you want more pizza?
I wish people didn't use your old pictures without hijab. Yeah. No, I'm okay, babe. Go ahead and eat it.
How generous of you that you ate an entire pizza and you saved him 1 piece. You're such a generous soul, Chantal.
Is it vanilla? Hi, Mercy. I think they just do that because they can, and they think like they have power to be disrespectful, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. So
there is nothing you can do. Deal with it.
I try not to worry about things I can't control anymore. Oh, yeah, I definitely shouldn't eat the pizza.
Yeah, but you did.
The next. I'm good, babe. Thanks, babe. He is sweet.
He's probably asking about the pizza because he remembers what he went through with the doggone donuts. The Chantal had a snack attack, and he was sleeping or resting, and she made a point to wake him up, acting all innocent about it, like, oh, I didn't mean to wake you up. I was just getting my clothes on, knowing full well that it was going to wake him up. Then he woke up and she goes, oh, you're up too? Can we get some donuts? And she nagged him for hours to get the donuts. And he was looking around everywhere, like 3 or 4 in the morning or midnight, looking for freaking donuts. And then because every place was closed, she's like, can we get some ice cream? She would not let him alone until he got her something sweet. So now he's like, let me make a preemptive strike. Let me find out if she needs anything before it gets too late.
Have I been losing weight?
No.
Actually, I haven't weighed myself in a little while, but I don't know.
You would know if you got on the scale. But I think you do know, Chantal, you haven't lost weight. There's no possible way that you can be over there eating 6,000, 7,000, 9,000 calories a day, consuming 2,000 to 3,000 calories per meal, and you eat every 2 hours and lose weight. And you being a diabetic, if you're eating all of that and you're losing weight, that is serious because your body is literally eating itself, muscle included. That's not positive weight loss. That is completely negative. It means things are shutting down. If you've lost weight, why do you still lay in the still position? Why is that a thing? If you lost weight, wouldn't your mobility and your breathing be better?
Yeah, it does. Hi, Evan. Hi, Coco. Oh, thank you. Hey, Missy Med. Yeah, the blood sugars are pretty much the same.
Which means they suck. Which means you're probably in the 300s, 400s.
Probably thanks to the medications, obviously. Looks like I have, thank you. Live Wayne Bees. Insulin will make you.
So did you notice what she just said? She goes, the blood sugar is about the same thanks to the medications. What she did not say is thanks to the medications and me taking care of my health. She left that part out.
You gain weight, probably from eating so much.
Yeah, you should stop that.
Gee whiz. But I'm not going to eat anything else. I'm going to try not to eat anything else.
Yeah, good luck with that too. If it's in the house, you're going to eat it. You're a food addict. We both know, Chantal, if the food is in the house and you're hungry, you're going to eat it just because it's there.
This stream for today. Just tea. I have to put finish the groceries, putting them away. There's only like 5 things. After the camels, maybe go to bed. Hey, Des! Welcome to Very Important Bees. Welcome.
Okay, strawberries and cream. They're talking about Sansa Cooks here, saying that one channel said you ate 6,000 calories in a day. That can't be possible. Oh, yes, it can. Oh, yes, it can. As a matter of fact, strawberries and cream, lean in and listen to what I'm about to tell you, because this actually happened. When Chantal was with Natter and she was over at the crack house with him, there was a live stream that was done where they were both in the bedroom. The meal was pizza, and a cheesecake dessert with like a mango or a peach or something topping. I clocked that meal. I added up the calories. 10,000 calories. Chantal ate the pizza. She ate pretty much all of the cheesecake dessert. There was one slice left on her plate. Natter was irritated because he wanted some of the dessert, and Chantal was eating everything. So there was one piece left on her plate, and there was a bite on her fork. And he was just so irritated by her just wolfing down the food that he just took the little piece off of her fork. You know what Chantal did? She grabbed the piece of cheesecake that was on her plate. She goes, no. And then she shoved the last piece in her mouth so he couldn't eat it. She's got tremendous food aggression. She wants all the food. And I also remember the times when she was back at the villa in Canada with Pete's. This woman could have like 2 or 3 pizzas in front of her face. Pete's would order like just a simple hamburger and French fries. The food would just have gotten there, and she would have all this food in front of her, and yet she'd be eyeballing Pete's food like, you're going to give me that? Yeah, tremendously food aggressive. Don't know why she was. So 6,000 calories, yeah, she could do it. It is possible. If you're eating fast food that's calorie heavy, and you're eating like 2,000, 3,000 calories in one sitting, and you do that 3 or 4 times a day, yeah, you can easily get up there with the calories.
Some Des. Jack, team Swordfish, team Dee. That's probably Dee. Fake account. I had a lot yesterday, yeah.
And just for context, I'm 5'3", Chantal's 5 foot. I'm more active than she is. I'm not excessively active, like athlete active, but I'm active. You know, I take bike rides every second day. You know, I'll ride between 4 to 6 miles. Chantal is not active at all. As a 5 foot woman, and she is a shorty like me, her daily calorie intake for the day should be, depending on what she's doing, 1,500, 2,000 calories. My intake for being more active than Chantal should be, I don't know, like 1,800, 2,000. And she's eating 2,000 plus in one meal. It takes 3,500 calories to make 1 pound of fat. So if Chantal's eating 7,000, 8,000 calories, that means she's gaining weight every single day, especially if she eats late at night and then she goes to bed she's not burning off those calories. She's taking those calories to bed with her. The body slows down. So her body's going to take longer to digest that food. Also, of note, stress, lack of sleep will also cause you to gain weight. You don't get proper sleep, what happens, y'all? You wake up in the morning, what? You wake up in the morning tired. When you wake up tired, what happens? You crave what? To give yourself energy to wake up. You crave carbs. You want those pastries. You want that sugar. Your body's trying to wake itself up and it's not properly rested. So there's all these different factors going in. She got a problem with food. She has high blood sugar. She's taking the insulin. She's not getting proper sleep. She's going to bed with her stomach full. She's not doing anything to burn off the calories. All of this stuff is lining up that's going to make her get bigger and bigger and bigger.
The whitening toothpaste, is it working? I have crazy sauce teeth. That I ate 6,000 calories. I don't know. In one day, it is possible.
Yep, it sure is.
Actually. 3 a.m., your definition of today. Yes. Oh, it's 3? Okay, we have to wait until maybe 7. We'll leave here at around 7.
Okay, Chantal, it's 3 in the morning. You're up doing a live stream. You're not going to get up in 3 or 4 hours and go see the camels. No, he wouldn't be able to either. He's the one driving. How's he going to drive all the way out there on like 3 or 4 hours sleep? It wouldn't be safe.
Right, babe? If we don't fall asleep, if we feel okay, because I don't want Salah to drive if he's too tired. I didn't do my lashes right. Because we have to wait for the camels to wake up.
Even if they wake up, they don't want to see you. Just stay away from them.
They have to be awake, you know? Lakma? Oh, no. I feel my stomach, like, moving around. Like, things are digesting and I'm, you know. I don't think I'll stay alive until the camels. No, because that's a long time from now. My son got me that foot-long chocolate chip cookie. It took me 2 days to eat it. Is it good?
Wow.
Vanna, member for 3 months, loyalty bees, or how does a Mexican cut their pizza? Little Caesars.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Vanna, I know I
don't get it.
Gonna get in shit for laughing at that, but ready, set, repeat. It took me a second to get it, but I do get it now. Vanna, you're wrong for that, man. You don't need the fake eyelashes. Well, watch you with. I know, but they make. I don't know. You know, I feel like my eyelashes are small. I have beady eyes these days because I'm tired. And look, I even tried to.
Not to be mean, Chantal, but I think what's going on with your eyes is, how could I say this nicely? You're gaining more and more weight, and the weight is being distributed to your face. Like your face is getting bigger. And everybody's commented on this. The weight is even showing up right there at your brow bone. It's making even your eyelids puffy. And above your eyelids puffy. It's basically closing your eyes. So you're trying to create the illusion of bigger eyes with the eyelashes, and it's not working.
Conceal my underbags, and still it didn't work.
Yeah, how are eyelashes going to conceal eye bags?
The camels are bees. Drunk circle, hello. Vanna should be blocked. No, come on. Just a stupid joke. Pale Shuck. Dark Mystico. You look beautiful as always, Chantal. Thank you, Lynn.
Why y'all lying to her? She looks terrible. She looks unhealthy. She looks unwell. She's got the eye bags. Why do you lie to Chantal?
The Ross. Are we gonna fuck? Yes, we are. Thanks, Sissy Fits. Thank you, Zaya. Thanks, everybody. They don't feel heavy, but they feel like I can see them, you know? They're like annoying. Thanks. Hey, Ninja Pirate. She's had poo get stuck once, yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
All
It's getting boring.
stupid drama, and I hate it, and I don't have any interest in being involved or giving an opinion on it, or even really knowing all the details, because I really don't. I just want a bees. Thank you. Thanks, KHX. Any older women, I can't stop wanting to scratch at it. I do the same. I want to peel them off. I love.
Okay, we're gonna.
Oh my goodness!
We're going in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness! These are clean though. These pots. These pots, by the way, are amazing. Nothing.
How would you know? You never cook.
Sticks to them, no matter how much you burn food.
But you never cook. So what was the purpose of getting the pots and pans when you never cook? It's all takeout. Anybody want to tell me the sense involved in buying pots and pans when you don't cook? Was it just one of those I just want to have it purchases? It kind of feels like that.
Yeah, you see how the window's sandy? Look, she didn't eat it all. Okay, well, I'll leave it here in case you want to lick the crumbs up. We rise again. No. To Palestinian refugees and aid, like relief charities.
Look, I'm not going to speak on anything political. I'm just going to put this in the video. There are things going on in the Middle East right now. That there might be an outbreak of conflict. If I were Chantal, I'd be getting out of there real fast. Real fast. It sounds like there's a potential that things are going to get ugly, and the conflict is practically in her backyard. I don't think she understands just how dangerous and severe, how quickly that can become. How quickly it could happen. Like it just, I don't know if she's thinking that if something happens, that she can just jump on a plane immediately and come home. But I wouldn't be counting on that. If something goes down, there might be a lot of people, natural citizens, expats, that the airlines are going to be flooded. All the flights are going to be booked. And she's a woman of a much bigger size, and she needs more than just one seat. So I'd be hightailing it out of there if I were her.
But it doesn't pop up anymore. But I used to like give like some dinars. If she were to announce when she donates, you'd hold it against her. Yes. Feeding humans, Josephus. I would like to, like when I'm healthier, to do more volunteer work, like when I did with.
Oh, please. Who are you lying to? You're not about giving people. You're about getting from people.
Timovic? That would be so fun. Like join like a volunteer group at like.
She's trying to paint this picture of, I really want to help people. I really want to give to people. Yet she doesn't do any giveaways on her channel. Even back in the day when she had much more money, she didn't give anything away. When she went to Cuba, she was supposed to send Ashley Lamborghini some coffee. That never happened. Could even send one of her own mods a container of coffee. Nope. Nope. If I were healthy, I would do volunteer work. Yeah, but you're not working on getting healthy. You can even travel. You're not going to go somewhere and volunteer at, say, a soup kitchen or a food bank or anything. You don't do anything unless there's some kind of monetary gain or reward for yourself, Chantal. Things like that require a generous heart that you do not possess at all. But you're trying to paint this picture of I'm a good person. Talking about it is not the same as being about it. Stop lying to people.
Somewhere in another country, travel there for a bit, do some volunteer work, challenge myself. I definitely have to be at least as like healthier.
I'm going to say something that's going to sound awful, but it works with who she is and what she does. If Chantal did do any kind of volunteer work, she wouldn't go in doing the volunteer work with an open mind and a generous heart. She would be that kind that she would do it to get content for YouTube, to get new story times for YouTube. And she might get on YouTube and shame people who are just there to get help or aid of some kind like that. That's what she would do. She would do it for YouTube content.
When I went to Katimavik, I was young, So, I have not tried Yemeni coffee yet, but I have the coffee shop. Babe, you had this mug when I met you. When I first met you. Yeah, babe. I think Chantal being public is good. I think she has potential to do great things. Thanks, Drunk Serval. But potential without action is just potential, right? So.
Oh, God, the vape is back.
Summer house in Thailand growing chocolate. I would love to have another property in Thailand. That would be cool.
She doesn't have any property in Thailand. What is she talking about?
I don't know the rules, though. Are you allowed to have like a property if you don't have a visa there?
Oh, so maybe she's looked around on the internet and maybe she's seen videos of people that say go to Thailand and they purchase property and they live there. So is she planning on living there with Salah? I don't know if they can do that. I don't know why she'd want to. She doesn't like Thailand. She doesn't like the heat. But maybe she's considering Thailand because Thailand is a bit cheaper than most areas.
Like usually just like a tourist visa. But they've extended the tourism visas I saw on the
Yeah, but that's a tourism visa. That's not going over there and living full time.
news. So if you go there for certain countries, anyways, you can go like it used to be 30 days. You can go for 60.
By the way, Chantal, I have seen different YouTube videos of people that have moved to Thailand and they purchased houses and stuff. A lot of those places are fixer-uppers. There's a fair bit of work to be done. You're not just going to move into like a 2-bedroom luxurious place. There's work that has to be done. I don't think you're up for the task.
Thanks, Drunk. Yeah. Like who fixed?
I just can't see Chantal going to Thailand, purchasing a house over there that has no air conditioning. It's a little bit run down. It needs some love. And then spending the time and the money to have the house.
YouTube lover who fixates over and over people donating or not donating. It's weird. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess. Yeah. It's like, I find the visa fixation weirder. Like it doesn't, like, what does that matter? Thanks, Teardrop. Thank you. I think you should visit North Africa, like Morocco. I would love to. We want to. Right, Bae?
She wants to go to Africa. It's hot there, Chantal. For someone who likes the cold so much, you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Finding cold places, not hot places.
Thailand is awesome.
Like, you're not built for the heat, mama.
Do you? I have to sneeze. My allergy.
You don't have allergies. You don't.
Lizards, the monitor lizards. The tea is still too hot to drink. It's just a cardamom tea. Maybe strawberries. My sneeze is gone. It's going to be a surprise where we go. Do you guys mind holding?
Translation, I don't know where we're going yet. I don't know how much money I have yet. So therefore, I don't know. So I'm going to tell you guys, it's a surprise. I'm looking around for the cheapest places where we can both go. Places with food and air conditioning. So because nothing is definite yet, because I don't know how much money I'm going to have, how much it's going to take to get there and to set things up, I can't tell you guys where I'm going because I have no idea.
While I use the washroom. Bootleg or what? Hold on, I'll be back.
And she leaves. And Chantal's been leaving her streams lately a lot to go to the bathroom, which is another bad sign. Like the food is literally going right through her.
Can we go to the lobby? I smell like Dove soap.
No, you don't.
I love that smell. Is beauty cream supposed to be for your body? Yeah.
Isn't that for your face? Like a cold cream, isn't that meant for your face?
Yes, body love. It makes your skin soft. I use it on my décolletage.
Oh, geez, shut up. You mean that which nobody sees but you? Okay.
Anyways, Pearl Bees. Is it oh, Jilly Bees?
I'm getting deja vu again. I remember when she was back at the villa and getting ready for Natter, and she would just literally bathe herself in body mist and put on. I'm putting lotion on my décolleté, whatever the word she used, putting it right here on her chest. That's basically what she's talking about is her chest. But yet nobody's there to smell it, to look at it. But if it makes you feel good, you do you.
Jill, 3 months rebees. Ready, set. Thank you. Is it palava or palaver? The doctor on YouTube talking about how good cardamom is for your lungs. No, but that's good news because every cardamom is in everything here. Okay, I must take some pills. Iman. Mashkura. Mashkura, is that another way to say thank you? Well, according to Islam, you're technically not supposed to beautify yourself at all in front of other people. There's 3 Kuwaitis.
Well, you broke that rule. You're over there like putting on your mascara and all this other stuff and your lipstick. So I guess you just broke that rule.
Watching me? Hello. Thank you, Anna. I love Kuwait. Rollerblading was like, were you? Yeah, some of those were pretty gross. Like the bathroom incident. I know, babe. Like, it's not my fault. I can't control my bodily functions. And they didn't have any tissue. Like, what kind of psychopath has no toilet paper? Or a sock? Or a towel? That's a ton of polish. Yeah. I know. I never expected to be in Kuwait. We've been through so much together. I know. I could learn. Yeah, I could capitalize on it.
Moving on.
Not fun at all. A hijab with really long hair tips. You put your hair up for sure. Yeah. I have mine in a clip.
You don't have long hair. Stop lying.
As you can see from the bump. Ishlonik, Nuna. Ishlonik? Oh, yeah, like Shlonik. Like, how are you doing, right?
Okay, she's getting a bit boring. Moving on. What is she doing? Did she jump on the freaking... She did. Did she jump on the... Oh, she's about... Doggone it. That face. That's a great face. Hold on a minute. That'd be great for a thumbnail. Stay still, Chantal. Don't move. You love to be in front of the camera. I love putting you in front of the camera. And yeah, like we're just gonna thumbnail. All right, continue.
Some words are similar. You like the black? Thanks, Barbara. Black clothes make you look paler. Really? They look painful? We went there in Ramadan. Yeah, okay, that was city center. Thanks, stewed and tattooed. What does being stewed mean? But the lashes are not on right. Look at the corners. They don't match up.
We don't care about the lashes, Chantal. Take them off. They bother you.
Too long. I look like that Muppet with the long lashes.
You're not that lucky. The Muppet with the long lashes, much more attractive than you. I know who you're talking about. That's so not you. The Muppets were cool. You're not cool. Don't talk about the Muppets now. Especially Animal. I love Animal. Animal's a great drummer.
When I jump on the couch. I can't jump on the couch with an abaya. I don't think so. Okay, let me try.
Nope, here we go.
It's the only form of exercise.
You know, Chantal, it was surprising the first time. It was ridiculous the second time. It's going to be stupid the third time.
As I get anyway.
Like, what is the point in this? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'm jumping on the couch. I'm jumping on the couch. I'm jumping on the couch.
You're not really jumping. You're just standing. You're standing there. You're not jumping.
The couch doesn't have springs, so it's not going to break. Juice. Shirazi.
She just stood on the couch and she's out of breath.
Oh, silly.
Oh, God, I hate the seal position. Does she stay in this position the entire time? Yes, she does. Okay, well, that's it for me. Because I really hate when she lays on the couch and she's lazy. We'll just cut it off here. I'm good. Are you guys good? I think we're all good. We don't have to go any further. She's going to lay there and seal. She can do that if she wants to. It's nothing new, nothing exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'm going to let this process and go and eat some brunch and upload it to YouTube. And I'm going to get started with my day. So I hope you guys have a great day yourselves. And I'll see you on the flip side. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.